I have what I think might be an unpopular opinion about book covers, and one that I'm not sure whether it's unpopular or not, because I haven't heard anybody talk about it, so I'm gonna talk about it. In some ways, book covers don't feel like they should matter that much. The cover of the book does not affect the story inside, or if you're a nonfiction reader, whatever knowledge you're gaining from what you're reading. The cover just protects the book, that's it. Other times, the covers feel like they matter because of how they look. We want them to look nice on the shelf, we like the colors, the art. But if you are reading a physical book, not an ebook or an audiobook, and you are holding that book in your hand, it's also partially a tactile experience. That's part of what I like about reading a physical book over an ebook, is holding that book in my hands, feeling the paper as I turn the pages, and there is a new trend, I think it's a new trend, in book covers that I am really liking. Now, I'm not sure if this is an unpopular opinion because there may be other people who think it's amazing or hate it. So, it is a hardcover book with no dust jacket, with the art printed directly on, kind of this matte finish. I really like it. I like how it feels in my hand to hold it. I like how it looks, and I really hate reading a book with a dust jacket. Sometimes I read really big fantasy books. I never read it with the dust jacket. I always take it off, which means taking off the pretty art, so you don't get to enjoy the art. Or at least I don't, because I took the dust jacket off. And then this just doesn't feel as good to me as this does. It's almost softer. This one, you're very aware that you're holding a papery cardboard material. I don't know. It doesn't look as good or feel as good, but I don't want to read it with the dust jacket because it's annoying. They slip off, they come off. Blech. I say it might be a new trend because the Emily Wilde's books are also this way. I think they're beautiful, and I really love being able to read the beautiful book without taking a dust jacket off, and it feels nice. And Dawn Shard by Brandon Sanderson. I think this is an adorable little book, besides also being a fun story to read. Sometimes this trend goes a little bit farther and a little bit fancier with foiling. The Brandon Sanderson secret novels have that art on the hardcover that feels nice, but also shiny. So it looks good, feels good, and it's like an elevated version. This is an old copy of The War of the Worlds. The only downside I can see to this no dust jacket thing is that if the book gets dirty or scratched or something, it happens to the book, not to an outer covering. I like to snack while I eat, and if I get some food on my book that I took the dust jacket off of, I put the dust jacket back on and you'd never know. That's the only downside I see. Otherwise, I'd love to see this trend continue. And now for the opinion that might be less popular. I would love to see a return of this old style of like woven covers. I don't have a single newer book that is like this. It is only the very old ones that I have. I have more. This is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, some Russian fairy tales, The Return of Tarzan by Edgar Rice Burroughs. Talk about a tactile experience when reading. Maybe I partly like it because it makes me think of old books, and I kind of like old books. They look like when you pick them up, they're going to smell good. This is a 16th printing from 1969. I don't know when they stopped making the woven covers, but I'd love to see a return of them. I think that may be an unpopular opinion. With age, they kind of fray like fabric does. You can't really wipe them off because whatever gets on them gets kind of ground in. They really show their age. They show their use. They show their love. Wow, okay. Very bright. That's the Russian fairy tale book. This one's copyright is 1965, both from the 60s. This Tarzan book is not doing well. Aww, to my mother. That would have never hit me as hard if I wasn't a mother. And this one doesn't say how old it is. There might be some pages missing here, which is where that date would be that says how old it is. But I mean, it looks really old. It's falling apart. It includes popular copyright novels at moderate prices. Nowadays, that's what we have the internet for. Okay, if you'd like to see a return of woven book covers, please tell me that I'm not the only one. And what do you think of this trend of a no dust jacket matte finish hardbound book? I kind of love it. I hope to collect some more of them. Help give me an idea of whether these opinions are actually unpopular or not, because I have no idea. And happy reading. Bye. I also have one that is all three of those. Art on the woven cover and foiling. I love it.